Morning, lads. It's Sunday, the 12th of July, and it's about 8:30 in the morning. And yeah, I'm back in Newbury, my hometown. This is the big backfield, as I would call it, and it's a gorgeous, gorgeous morning. And I wanted to talk to you today about a story from yesterday's party to do with gambling, and some people coming up front. I've got nervous, like I've got to put the camera down. Hang on, I'll come back to you in a sec. There we go. And so I wanted to tell you a story about a gambling story yesterday at the party. And well, basically it's my brother and sister. It was their 21st birthday, and we had basically had a bit of a shindig at my parents' place, and it was sort of an afternoon party, good party at that. So yeah, great times. And in the afternoon, it was sort of mid-afternoon, sat in the smoking area, sort of that sort of part, on the, sort of the seats and stuff, and I was within earshot of sort of the lads. They're all sort of 20, 21, and they were talking about a horse racing tip at Newmarket yesterday, and my ears kind of pricked up a little bit, and sort of was listening in on their conversation, and it was just really, really interesting to observe. And well, basically it turned out that a lot of them had money on the race. One of the lads' brothers is a jockey and has ridden a horse before, and he trains up in Lambourne, which is behind me, where you're looking, sort of a few miles down that way. And and he sort of basically sort of tipped this horse, and so a lot of them had a lot of money on the horse, and I was just surprised how much it was. We're not just talking like £5, £10. We're talking a few £100 each, and it was just like, wow, Jesus. Anyway, he said the horse has won the last 3 races, this, that and the other. And even I was starting to get convinced. I was thinking, oh blimey, okay, all right. There's another person coming up. I have to put the camera away again. Get a bit of stage fright here, lads. Hang on, back with you in a sec. Yeah, sorry, where were we? And I was getting convinced. Sort of, even I was kind of getting sucked in. I wouldn't make the bet, but I was okay. And my girlfriend at the time, she was sat next to me, and she was just about to go, lads, do you know what he does? And I was like, babe, don't. I didn't want to become sort of preachy. And I don't know, I didn't feel like it was my place, with a group of 6, 7, 8 lads, to kind of preach to them. Anyway, so I just said to her, babe, I just want to observe. I don't want to interfere, whether I should have or I shouldn't, it's up to you, to decide. But at the time, I didn't feel comfortable doing so. And anyway, sort of the party continued, and sort of 20 minutes later, they've all rushed off inside. They're going, yeah, we're going to watch the race. So I was like, okay, let's go and watch the race. Now, I know for obviously a lot of you that have got problems with gambling, I'm talking about quite a lot of things that might trigger you, so viewer discretion and all that. But anyway, so went and observed the race, and it was just really interesting to, again, just see the sort of the situation in the room. So you've got a few of them who are making bets, a few of them that wanted to put more money on the horse, but bear in mind, at this point, we've all had a few drinks, so a little bit intoxicated, and sort of a lot of kind of felt like a bit of peer pressure and a bit of sort of egging on, and you know, there were kind of jokes in the room being made like, oh, it's only a problem, you know, it's only a problem when you're spending more than you can afford, and you know, sort of the irony. There was a kind of a joke in the room that was saying, oh, you know, don't you know, only chase your losses. Like, anyway, so I kind of had a little laugh, but I was like, oh, blimey, you know. And I was thinking, statistically, 1 in 4 young men have gambling problems, and I thought, well, there's 7, 8 lads in the room, all young, 20, 21, like I say, and I thought, blimey, statistically, 2 of you in this room have probably got gambling problems, and I wouldn't be able to tell. I don't know if it's the lad in the corner, nice, you know, being quiet. I don't know if it's the lad that's being loud. I don't know. You don't know. Invisible addiction and all that, you know. Anyway, so the race starts, and just before the race starts, the lad whose brother is a jockey, he wasn't riding, but as I say, trains up in Lambourne, and so I'm going to try and navigate across the road here, see if I can multitask. Hang on. Yeah, hang on. Sorry about that. Anyway, where were we? Yeah, so was the lad's brother was in the room, and he said, take it or leave it, this story, but he said his brother and all the lads in the stables all had $2,000 each on the horse. Fuck it now, do you know? I'm like, God, this thing better win. Anyway, so the race starts, and the horse is in quite a good position, but just doesn't come through. It was only a 6 furlong, and didn't win. I think it came 2nd or 3rd, and you're like, fucking hell. And they just all walked out straight away like that, boom. And you're just thinking, how much money in the room have you lost? Anyway, yet another person coming, so I'm gonna see you in a sec. It seems that 8:30 on a Sunday morning is a pretty popular time to go for a walk. So the horse lost. The horse lost, and just like that, they all just walked and got out the room. Nothing was said. That was it. Boom, done. And that, you know, and for the rest of the party, not that I was with them, but I didn't hear them talk about the horse, not one bit. My girlfriend was with me, and she was absolutely shocked. She couldn't believe it, you know, just to observe it. She was just dumbfounded, you know. And you just think, it's the invisible addiction, isn't it? You know. Anyway, just here. Oh. Morning. I promise I'll get better with the camera. But we're just on a train line, and in Newbury, and well, it's not part of the story, but a young man not so long ago from Newbury, due to gambling problems, took his life here. Yeah, so morning. I feel like an absolute plank here, trying to film and being emotional, but yeah, just to know that if you're watching this and you've got problems, you're not alone. And you know, I think I posted something on the Samaritans, or to do with the Samaritans, which is small talk saves lives. And yeah, I also found out something yesterday about my bandmate who is got terminal cancer. And sorry, just hitting you with all these hard hitting topics in what was supposed to be quite a short, straightforward video. But and it was the first time I just sort of I cried. I cried in front of my brother and my sister, and it was just, it's nuts what the reaction you get. For so long I bottled everything up and wanted to have this kind of bulletproof, unemotional kind of frame, or I don't know what the word is, you know. And it's just good to talk. Just good to talk. It sounds a bit cliche, you know. People just say, "Oh, just talk to somebody," but because the more you think about it, the more you bottle it all up, and it, you know, people talk about authenticity. I watched a great TEDXTalks with, sorry if I get his name wrong, Michael Brody-Waite, I think. Check him out. He talks about like CEOs behave a bit like, or drug addicts, or something like this, basically talking about how he sort of became a CEO of a very successful company in America after battling with drug and alcohol addiction for 15 years. Really fascinating guy. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. There's a steady stream of people. I'm just coming down to the Newbury Canal now, so Kennet and Avon, which is one of my favourite spots. If I'm not, you know, doing stuff with the invisible addiction, I'm watching other YouTubers on sort of vlogging about their canal trips and stuff. But anyway, that's a hobby of mine. If you've liked this video, you know, if you're logged in on YouTube, like it, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, you subscribe for notifications, and you can follow us on social media, and the links are in the description below. So anyway, wherever you are in the world, have a nice day, and I'll speak to you soon. Alright, cheers guys.